Hey everybody, this is Jamie Orsburn and my company name is My Back Porch and I am here for Transformation Tuesday and we are going to be working on a nice black textured finish and I'm just so happy you guys are here. As people start tuning in, they'll catch up. You can always watch the replay. It's posted later. And I thought I would show you the products that we're using real quick. So up here, we have the black one step that we're gonna use. We're gonna use the cracked patina. And we're gonna use some Dust of Ages and some light antique wax. And you may have noticed that Amy has done this before, I think maybe on one of her Finish Fridays, but I don't do it as good as her, so you'll get to see me give my best shot on doing one of her awesome finishes. So hopefully people will start logging in and joining us. I'm going to share this real quick as I find it. And we'll keep going. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn you down and we're gonna start working on our finish. So here we go. Down we go. Okay, nothing there. All right, I need to find, let's see. We're gonna start with this and we're going to use our one step Amy Howard at Home paint. We're gonna do it in black. So let me get this open. Hang on, I'm gonna share this to my page. Nah, I'm not going to. We're going to mute that. Okay, there we go. This way I know that I am under the screen. There we go. Okay, so let's open this up. So as we're doing this, as you guys are popping on, tell me where you're from. I live in far north Texas. I live in a little community called Lake Kiowa. And we have a golf course and we have a lake and of course my house with a bunch of others. So, uh-oh, did we lose each other? Oh dear. Okay, we gotta do this again. Okay, we're still live. Okay, good. My computer stopped, but we're still live. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so we're gonna paint this and this is our black one step. Now what I'm gonna do is we're painting this over raw wood. And it kind of looks kind of like a dark gray right now, but when it dries to a nice pretty black. So if you guys are popping on and saying anything, right now I can't see you or see what you're saying. But if you will leave a comment, I promise that I will go back when this video is over and I will answer any questions and comment on all the comments. Oh gosh, I was gonna put on gloves. Yep, we're gonna do that. Hang on, get a napkin here. We can't mess up those nails for Easter. Okay, let me put my gloves on real quick. Okay, we got the gloves on. Now I got a finger. Well, that's not going to matter. Okay, so we have done our first step here. So we painted black one step. and we're gonna let this dry. Now I'm gonna set this aside. I've already done one. And here it is. It's a little dirty, but let it sit out overnight. Okay, so now we have our black one step. We're going to, I'm gonna, hang on, I'm gonna fill a little glass with water. I don't want my brushes getting dry. So I have a she shed and I don't have water, so I have to put it in a jar. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use this cracked patina. So this is great. It creates a great chippy-like finish. And when it goes on, it's really thick. It's almost like molasses or honey. See how thick that is? Now I'm going to use this full strength because I kind of want maximum crack. You can water it down to so you don't have as many cracks. You can water down the paint, but we're going to just use this straight. Grab another brush here. So see how, that's sticky stuff, and you get it on your fingers. It's like getting honey on your fingers. It's just sticky forever. Okay, here we go. Now I'm not going to work it a whole lot. I'm just going to get it on. Now, I did discover the other day, it's kind of interesting, and we'll see if it happens here. I added some water to mine, and I might have an older one, I don't know, but the way it was drying, it was drying with some fisheye to it. And what that is when something has a resist underneath, and it dried with, like, it kind of looked like leopard. It was kind of cool. So then when I painted over it, it kind of had those like little leopard spots in it. Or is that cheetah? No, whatever. It was cool looking, but I didn't do it on purpose. This is not going to dry that way. So we've got this painted here, just like this. So now I'm going to set this. Well, you can kind of see a little. If you can look, you see those little bitty spots that are popping up? That's where it's pulling away, probably because it's so sticky. But now when this dries, it's going to dry shiny. So let me show you. I've already got one. Let's see. Oh, no, that was the one I was just messing with. Here it is. Here it is. See how shiny that's dried, but it's dry. It's not sticky. I let it dry overnight. See, right here, you can kind of see where some of them dried with the little holes. Those are called fisheye. So if you're painting with your paint and your paint pulls away like that, what that is you have some sort of oil or grease or something underneath. Now, I didn't with this, but I love the look. So I went over it again with the one step where it matched everywhere. So what we're going to do here is first of all, we painted on our black one step. Second of all, we did the cracked patina, and that's what we see here. Next, we're going to come back with our black. Oh dear, I put it in water and now it's wet. Let me dry off my brush here. There we go. That's how I dry my brush. I just let my paper towel soak it all up. Okay, so we're going to go back to the black. And when we paint over the cracked patina, we're going to paint over, and then I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to agitate it. I'm not going to move it anymore because it's going to start, as it dries, it's going to start to crack. And I don't want to mess with it until it's time. Because if I go back over it and over it, as this one step starts drying, it will crack. So we're putting on, and I'm trying to go in the same direction. Now, this is where we're going to watch the paint dry just a little bit. I'm going to see if I can get you a little closer so you can watch. And even already right here, it's starting to crack. I'm going to pull out my dryer so we can watch this happen just a little quicker. And so as it dries, it's going to crack. But what we want to do is we want to get to it at the exact perfect time so that we can agitate the paint just a little bit on top so we can give it a little texture. So that's why when I refer to it, I call it a textured finish. So you see all those little cracks coming up in there? Now you can do this one of several ways. You can use your brush, and Amy's taught us, you kind of hold onto your brush like this, and then you can just kind of wiggle. So it gives you pressure on the brush. See, all of these will go down. So we can try that a little. You see how it's moving those just a little? Well, it's supposed to be moving them. There we go. Got that one a little bigger. That's why I said you kind of have to get these at just the perfect timing of when they're drying. The other thing you can do is if you're not going to use that, that's another reason we wore gloves, is you can kind of, I'm getting granny hairs here. What is this from? Probably from the sticky. It's a little bit cold here in Texas, I know. It's supposed to be spring, it is. So I go through this. These little hairs, they wipe off. It's gotta be because it's colder. So you can pull the paint away. And so you see I've got a little texture here. Let's see. So what I'm doing is, already the crackle has got some texture here. And all those shiny parts that you see, those are, there we go, we're getting a little movement there. That is the cracked patina underneath. So we're gonna let that dry. Now, of course, I have already done that. So we're gonna set that aside and go to this one. So this is one I did yesterday. And you see how we still have the shiny coming through. We have nice big cracks. Some of these were where I touched it. Some of it's where I kind of wiggled it and moved them around. But we don't want to leave it like this with the shiny coming through, because you don't want to walk up to a piece of furniture and see all of that. I don't know, to me, you could leave it that way, but to me, it's too busy. So the next step is you go over this, now that everything is dry, you go over this again with the black one step. Just like this. And you still have that texture underneath. Just like this. So this is one, I love this. And I did do a piece of furniture like this that I will show you here in just a little bit. Okay, so now I can put my black brush in the water. There we go. Putting that in there. So now we have this, and as this dries, it's just going to dry as your normal, beautiful black finish, but you're going to see that the texture comes through, but it's a nice solid black. See how that's coming through? You see the texture, but you don't see the shiny part coming through. So there we go. Ooh, that dried quickly, didn't it? So there's our finish here, but we're not quite done. Only reason I'm really drying this for you guys is I would like to seal it and also do the dust of ages on it. So let me just get it a little bit drier here, just to make sure. Actually, I'm seeing a little shiny still coming through from those spots that were open. But, so there's my finish. Do you see at an angle? Do you see where we've got that textured finish there? Now, can't you just picture that on a nice big piece with the, it just, I mean, even if it's a plain piece, you've got this great texture. So I'm going to dry it just a little bit more. I know we've got time. Because I don't want to put wax on and then go smothering it all around and having problems. So is everybody excited for Easter? I'm so excited. We're going to do Passover with one daughter. And I'm excited to do that and learn all that goes along with that. And then we're going to, of course, do the Easter eggs and Easter with the kids, and gonna go out to eat so I don't have to cook. Okay, so that's gonna be nice and warm there. Let me grab my wax and my dust of ink just from back here. So this is my wax, and this, oh, I was going to tell you, this is the light antique wax, and it comes in a puck, and this stuff is awesome. I love it. Normally it's nice and melty, this, because in Texas it's nice and soft. Now I'm going to just offload there because I don't want to have too much. And I'm not putting on, I'm not just rubbing it like overall. We're just really lightly putting it on. And already that has changed the finish. We've got a nice little sheen to it. Now you know that the one step has a nice matte finish. And I love that matte finish, but I do like there to be just a little sheen to it. So I guess you would call this eggshell, maybe. So I'm going to let that dry just a bit. I don't want to use the hair dryer. So let's see, while we're letting that dry, we'll come back up and say hi. Hi, everybody. So I am so glad you guys are here. I thought I'd share with you real quick. I made this little burlap bunny hugging on a cross. I did that for a little class. So we're going to let this dry. And let's see, Lucy Wilson, I see you. Hi. My computer, I had it going, but then it lost internet. So, oh well. So we're going to let this dry just a little bit. Okay, we're going to go back down. Okay, last time when I did this, oh my gosh, I turned upside down. I had everybody giggling. Decided I was not going to do that this time. So, okay, so this is my special little brush that I use for my dust of ages. Here's, whoops, I didn't show you. Here's the dust of ages, and look at it. It looks like somebody has gathered the dust through the ages. Ha! Okay, so I'm just going to dip it in here a little. And I like to knock off some. I don't need that much. So I'm just kind of tapping it in here. I might get just a little bit more. This stuff, I've had this stuff forever. It goes so far. little crazy with the brush here. So I'm just kind of putting that in there, wiping off a little, and then I'm going to let it set for just a second, and then we'll go back and we can buff it off. And this will give it even more shine. So let me put the lid back on my paint, kind of clean up my area. Okay, I'm going to pull off one of my shop towels that I like to use. I didn't grab a rag, so we'll use this, but these shop towels work great. So then I'm just going to buff it just a little. I don't want to buff it too much because I don't want too much of a shine. But you see how that just really gets down in there and accentuates our nice texture. It brings that texture out. So there is my finished finish. So really it's got dust down in the crevices here, and where there's texture, that's the part that's actually shining a little bit. So I love this finish. It's just, I don't know, it's really pretty. I like it. So now we're going to go, I'm going to pull you back up again, and I'm going to show you the piece that I finished. And let me see. Oh, wait, let me pull these gloves off. Black. Well, I don't want to set you down and make you stare at my ceiling. There, I got it off. Okay, let me see. I'm going to switch you around. I'm going to try to switch you around. Oh, well, oh, there it goes. Okay, here is the piece that I finished. And see that pretty texture? Now, I did not go on this one. I did not use the Dust of Ages. I did not even wax it. I still need to wax it. But this is the piece that I finished. Here's the bottom shelf here. You see that texture? I just love that texture. But yet, when you go back, it's just a really nice, solid black piece without all the texture. So that's what I have for you. I'm hoping that this piece will be for sale. I should be able to put it up on Encore, which is a site that Amy Howard has, where there's a lot of furniture for sale. Beautiful, beautiful pieces, and you can have them shipped to you anywhere. So go to encore.com and check it out, and we should have this piece here. And that's all I have for you guys. So I hope you have a fabulous day, have a fabulous Easter, and happy Passover. God's blessings to you all. Thank you, and I'll see you next month. Bye.